Greetings and welcome, travelers out there. It's me, Dashboard Devil, and we are actually not in the place where the stream description says we were going to be. I took a little detour today, and I'm here on this planet, which I'm going to submit for the No Man's Sky the Game Reddit page for a hub world. It's very unlikely that mine will be picked, but I thought it would be fun to hunt a few systems down and maybe find an interesting planet or two. And so I stumbled upon this planet earlier and got so swept up in dinking around that I literally put everything together for my stream like 20 minutes ago. Thumbnail, description, the whole thing. Uh, so I thought I would just start here and just show you guys this cool planet that I found. It does have superheated rainstorms, but they don't. They only last like 3 minutes, and they don't happen very often. But check this out, just turning night. And it's got, so mostly it's red grass, but we also have this blue and then a little bit of white. So we got this sort of red, white, blue, pink kind of vibe happening here. It's pretty cool. I like it. The fauna are kind of fun. We've got these cool little bugs. And there's of course two variations. And we got us a bone cat. I've only seen this one. I haven't seen what the other one is. What the other one looks like. And what else? We got. There was another. There's another. What you would call on the No Man's Sky wiki, Theroma is the classification of animal. It's like the big beefy ones with that that have like the rhinos and the hippos. It's like those. I just love these bugs, and they're not too giant. They're kind of a nice size. Where did that go? It's got to be around here somewhere. Another bone cat. Yep, that's the same kind as before. Oh, there it is. Oh, nice. We even got a plaque. This one's pretty big and beefy. The other variation on this has lots of spiky, almost like porcupine quivers on its back. And this one just has like little ridges, like little shark fin ridges. So that's yeah. So I thought this would be a pretty cool planet to submit for the hub contest for the No Man's Sky Reddit page. The other planets are okay, I guess. I haven't really checked them out yet. But we will drop this here and I will head over to my other save file. And we will go check out we'll go back to the community center the anglerfish, and we'll do a little bit of building, some interior design, and I've got an idea to replace part of it, but I need to see. I don't know. I need to consult with someone first to see how I can make it work. But I think it'll be cool if I can get it to do the thing, that I want it to do. But anyway, thank you for joining me if you're here, and let's get to the building if we can get beyond this load screen. For whatever reason, this planet takes a while to load into. It happens occasionally. And it's happening again. It's kind of annoying. Hopefully it doesn't take too long. And it's taking more time. The longest I've had to wait is like 2 minutes, I think. And this is going to be super annoying if it takes longer than a couple of minutes. One planet that I had this difficulty with before in Eisentam, it would sometimes take 10-15 minutes before it would load in, most of the time. But hey, here we are. Check it out. I moved the terminus to sit in this little spot just above this really nice deep cave system. Another thing that's weird is, and I think it's because I built a base here, but this ship is going to randomly take off, and then it will fly around, it'll come back down, it'll land on probably that landing pad right there, and like I think a Corvax will get out of it, and then it just flies away. It just takes off again. It's the weirdest thing, and I think it has to do with something that HG does in order to maybe discourage people from building bases where a crashed ship is. I don't know, but it's weird that it takes off. So let's see if we can actually watch it happen, and watch. Now it's not going to happen just because I've decided to say something about it and point it out. And hey, welcome in Zesty and Starship Stoner. Look, there it goes. There it goes. It just fucks right off. Okay, last time it flew up, it flew around, and came back down, landed on one of the landing pads, and the Corvax got out of it. But it looks like it's just fucked right off. So, hey, how are you guys doing today? Wait, let me get some nip. I could stare at this forever. It was a really sweet looking planet, for sure. That's a trick to get the Sentinel ship that's already repaired. If the NPC is flying it, you don't have to repair it, and you can claim it for free. Yeah, that was pretty. Like I noticed it. I went into the menu, and I was able to get it. It was still on fire though. And I thought that was kind of funny. Work was ugh. Nip will help though. Yeah, hell yeah. Hell yeah. I had a little bit of nip earlier. It's I did I, I usually do like a honey extraction. So I put it in a machine and it does all the work for me. And I just have to check it every couple of hours to make sure it's not scorched. But yeah, that's what I do, and you just get a little teaspoon of honey whenever you want, or actually more like a half or a quarter teaspoon is best to start off with usually. I have an oil infuser. I put it in storage. You just reminded me. Yeah, they're pretty great. The machine I've got is called the Magical Butter Machine, and it'll make oil extractions. Honey is kind of off-label. They don't really talk about it much, as far as I remember. And then you can also do an alcohol tincture extraction. So, yeah. All right, so let's take a look at how far I've gotten. I haven't added a whole lot since the last time I worked on it. I've got these eyes. I dropped in, you can see a little, what do you call it, light cube there. And that allowed me to snap a, what do you call it, the boundary seal thing. And so there's a boundary seal on there. And then I could snap, see, stabilize local boundary. And it's cool, so it gives this really neat animated eyeball vibe going on right here. And then I've got the little black sphere, the little black bubble balloon looking thing. That is the top of a candelabra bloom to give it all that white light back there. And let's see what it looks like at night. You've got all this sort of rainbow trails going off. It's not all that impressive during the day because the daylight really hampers the boundary seal. So I haven't done this side yet. I'm still trying to tweak the placement of this one right here. But I think it's about right. I think that's about as good as I can get it without spending like an hour on it just to move it a tiny bit over. I smoke all the time. I should switch to edibles. Dabs. So like, yeah, I can't, uh, my lungs don't deal well with smoking very much at all. I can do it in a pinch if that's all that's around, but it's got to be like a vape, really. I've had a bunch of bronchitis, like in my early days, probably like hospitalized when I was 5 years old with bronchitis kind of thing, and then I had it. It would reoccur every few years. So that's why I just stick to edibles. Cool. I have a Levo 2 and a rosin press. That's in storage too. Oh, nice. Got to get them out. Got to do the things. Now that I can afford to experiment more, I need to dig them out of storage. Yes, you gotta. You gotta. Hey there, Damien Fishpool. Welcome in. Glad you could join us. And really glad that you've been enjoying some of the backlog of YouTube videos that I have out there. especially the Octo Cabinet one. That one that was a great stream. I really enjoyed that stream a lot, and I've been remiss at going back and editing some clips out of that to make some shorts. I feel like a couple of segments in there would be useful for people. And the history of using that just came out as a need of, hey, how can I get 8 of an object to fit together in that sort of flower pattern. And I'm just going to check real quick to see if that base is on this save file. It is not on this save file. It's on a different one. Yeah, it's on a different save file. Yeah, I would have taken there, but I don't want to just keep on hopping back and forth to different save files today. We can go over it another time. But yeah, so I wanted to make a thing do that. I wanted specifically to put 8 capillary shells in a circle. And it took me a while to figure it out, and then I was like, wait a minute, what if I just put some snap points on an Octo cabinet? And sure enough, that worked. And then I didn't really think of it as a, hey, this would be useful for the greater community. It was just a thing that I did. And then I showed it to a couple of people, and I was kind of like pressed into, hey, you should really do something with this. And I want to do something with this on one of my streams, and you should also. And so that's what happened. So on the top of all of these glass windows, I put a small wall. Of course, I color glitched it. And then I put, you can just see right there in the center is a sodium lamp. So that's what gives it that red light color. And so we've got that really nice glow that adds a lot of dimension to the coloration of the base. And then I can put a few more down the ridges, so it'll, just like this part of that race initiator is red, I can then make that red flow all the way down the spine. And I think that'll make a nice flow of color down the back of the anglerfish. And so we start off with this red and just follow that all the way down the spine like that. I think it'll look really nice. I'm totally gonna do some Nip Nip Honey Up. Yeah, you just gotta be careful. It should be raw honey, and like you could still see where it's barely filtered. But the wax, some of the remnants of wax and pollen is what you need to adhere. It's a much longer process than a butter or oil or alcohol, because there's so little to connect the THC molecule to the honey. So it takes a lot longer, but it's worth it in the process. of doing so. And then all the stuff that's the sludge that's left over, you can then process that again with butter, and you have like this really cool honey butter going on that, and it still covers, and that you only need like 2 to 4 hours, and that is a great way to really utilize the flour that you have. You basically get to run 2 batches, and you also you also want to when you do the honey, you're going to want to add a little bit of extra moisture. The raw honey is going to be thicker, and so you want to add a little bit of moisture so it's not too thick. You're going to be more prone to charring in the bottom of your machine. But you don't want to put too much water because then it just becomes this like super liquid, and it's not as easy to deal with in the way I feel about it anyway. So yeah, Nip Nip cooking channel. That would be fun. Well, now you made me have a smoke. Well, you should be, Starship Stoner. It's right in your name. I just use a hair straightener and some parchment paper. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Hey, whatever works. You know? Why buy like a $300 machine to do it when you can do it for so much cheaper? Like, I bought the magical butter machine because it was on sale and I didn't feel like babysitting the thing for hours. It just wasn't worth it to me. So I like to just put it on and move along with myself. I got stuff to do. I was trying to figure this out previously, like how, because of this weird angle. But there's also the matter of that part of the race initiator being in the way. And also you can't really, just want to see, can you sit? Does it mess with you while you're sitting down? Oh no, I'm stuck. Okay, there we go. Yeah, I might go and flip all of these so that the terminal is facing down and maybe back. I don't know. I'll have to play with this. This was kind of hard to get them even in this position. But I think I know what I need to do. Yeah, I know what I need to do. Just do it. Let's fly back up here. Once I had some extra funds, I decided to experiment. I did that hair straightener thing for a while too. Yeah, like, hell yeah. Whatever works. Trying to see if I can like sink the light into it. Might be a thing where it just does that back and forth a bit. Ooh, here we go. See if how that works. Okay, let's do another one because I'm not sure if it's going to be producing the kind of glow that I'm looking for in here. Okay, not too bad. Let's see about this. Let's put one here. I know this already has a lot of red light on it, but I want to see. Yeah, I was hoping to light the second one up better up here with that light there. And I think that's doing what I want it to do. Okay, I think I've got one in there. Yep, there it is. I'm glad this... Oh, it just pops out just a tiny bit. What if I move it up here? Yep, that's it. That's what I want. Alright, and then one last one right up here. No one will ever see that, but for some reason I needed to turn it around and make it straight. Alright, and then for this, let's delete these because we've got a wire point there. This is why I leave my wire points. It's so I can easily go back and mess with things. And I don't have to worry about, oh no, how am I going to get that part back in there and stack all these things? It's really easy. I just leave the wire snap points until the last. Like there's still a ton of them in here. You can see them all throughout there. I left the bulk of them just in case I accidentally delete something. It's just easier. So I want to kind of evenly space them out. So each fin has the same light shadow. There. So you can see the light just goes right down. It seems to be a little bit brighter here. Not sure why that is. Oh, it's because of this extra light up here shining down. That's why. Okay. Let's see how that looks on both sides. So one side is a little bit brighter. Interesting. And I also noticed another thing. So there's two, since there's a snap point right here, there's two directions that it can go. And see, it's a little bit misaligned right there, and I'm sure that it was better. before, so that's telling me there's like an X that I can do this. So it's skewed still. Was it just not as obvious before and I missed that? Oh yeah, I was looking from this side before. And so it's more pronounced on this side. So it's not a 2-position thing. It's just it doesn't line up right. So try to take note of where that sits and move it over slightly. Draw this back out. Hopefully that does it. That's much better. It's not perfect, but it is much better, and of course you can't see it over here at all. Alright. Oh, that was a wild animal sound. Let's try this one more time. That's a much better. You can still just see it, but that's much better than before. Yeah, that's much better. It's way cleaner. I like that. I'm a big foodie. I collect good kitchen cooking equipment. Once I realized I like making my own edibles, it didn't take much for me to spend money on some good equipment for science. Indeed. Yeah, you are correct. You are correct, Damien. It was skewed at the back last time, and the lights are a little too high. So the interesting thing is that the light now looks even on both sides. I don't know how to explain that. I don't know if it was just that thing out of alignment that was refracting light differently, or a different time of day or something, but it looks pretty even right now. Maybe still slightly brighter on that side, but okay, we've got a nice red line down, but it looks like we might need to do some more red down the back to get it to continue to the tail. But this was fun to put together. It took me a while to get this right, to get all of these fish. But it was fun to put them out. And so I got the largest one turned around facing the anglerfish. Like it's mesmerized, or it's either mesmerized or wanting to fight off the anglerfish. I thought it was kind of a fun thing to put in. Hey, Double Tap. Welcome in today. Good to see you hanging out with us. Alright, now I just gotta check something real quick like. I'm waiting for a message from someone. Um, won't mention what it is just yet, but we might be diverting the end of the stream to go do something else. I will let you know if I receive that message. Okay. Deciding which part to start decorating. Put a little couch right here in the corner. But what color? Should go with what we've already got going on. Don't want it to blend too much in. I think the red is going to be the way to go. And then that little corner back behind it, I can use to make a little glitch stack of some sort. I think that might be pretty cool. Yo, Andre Vandal, welcome in. I hope everybody's doing reasonably well today. I know the whole wide world is a whole lot right now. Okay. Need to grab my coffee. Hold on just one second. All right. Hey, Grimy. How goes it? I wonder. Let me try something. Since we were talking about glitching using the Octo cabinet earlier, I just want to see how if I can get it to work on this part. But I can already tell that I cannot. While this is a triangular shaped object, the hitbox on it is a square. So it is not going to do what I had hoped. So what I'm going to need to do is going to try a new tactic. Small concrete triangle. Let's colorize that. And then we'll grab a couple of these. that... I've got something in my head and I'm not sure if it's going to work. And I'm thinking it's not going to work the way I originally envisioned. So, this triangle is just too big. It might be... It might make for an interesting feature. Just as... Oops. I was not supposed to do that. Oh. Alright. That's what I wanted it to do. Alright, gotta remove this couch. It's in the way. Should not have taken that other triangle out because I need it. Although that might work. Haha, there we go. That's exactly what worked. So now I take that one out. Take that out. Replace that floor. And then we put the couch back. While this isn't what I originally planned, I think it gives it a little extra, just a little bit of extra. Sort of dimension to this part of the build. So you got this on the back side, and I'll put something up here. Some little, some kind of stack of something there. I'm just catching up on chat stuff here. Oh no, did you lose all of your nip buds? Oh, you won 2300 and you now have 2300. Oh no. Okay. Here we go. Let's do this. See if I can remember how to do this. Can't remember if the amount is first. And hey, welcome in, Super Soft Drink. I don't know, for some reason your name tells me I need to say it really fast. And very pointed. Okay. Who am I adding to again? Oh, yeah. Let's see if this works. Oh, hate it when it does that. let's try this. See if that works. It's supposed to automatically add points to everyone who joins. Hey, there you go. Now you got some Nip Nip buds. I did it right. Oh, top hours. Let's see who else on that list. Oh, cool. There's some good people in there. Nice. All right. Where were we? Before I sidetracked myself. Does that look better? I don't know. I was hoping to find an object that I could make, that I could use like I use the Octo cabinet to make a stack. Actually, I do. I can use this. A little hex table. I've used this before. And it has worked out well. But when I used it previously, I used it as a 6-sided object. But what I want is a 3-sided object. Try to get that to... It's really hard to line some of these up sometimes. So the cool thing about this is it is actually a hexagonal hitbox. So you can follow and watch it go around the appropriate corners. And it just follows it pretty nicely. So then instead of doing all 6 sides, I can just do 3 of them. And so what we'll do is we'll start here. And then go right up to the middle. And do that, but then I realized that's not where I want it. I want it here is where I want it. This is a little trickier. God, that table doesn't look like it's centered the way I want it to. Okay, I was right. Let's do it this way. This will get it a little more centered the way I want it. And I don't have to guesstimate as much. Still not going to be perfect, but it'll get it really close to where I want it. That's it. Yeah, that's it. Oh, that's weird. It did not add to double tap. It does do weird stuff like that sometimes, and I'm not sure why. Waves at Streamlabs. I'm over here. Okay. Okay, now this is much better. This is actually lined up correctly. And the design on this table is skewed. So I have to estimate, guesstimate where it needs to go. And that's slightly tilted, but it is closer to more centered, so I'm just going to run with that. The good thing about doing stuff like this is that it doesn't have to be super exact, because the design is what is going to... The objects that you place on these points are really going to be the thing that creates the design, and once those go up, it's really difficult to tell if it's, you know, what some would call perfect. And if you're looking to see how perfectly aligned it is, you're not actually looking at the thing to begin with. So now we can play with this. And I usually like to just start off doing just random objects, mostly from this list, but from others as well. So what I'm looking for right now is something smaller. Like this is a thing I use a lot. Got to get the colors right. I think we'll give that a shot. And then we can come back. Oh yeah, that's a good color combo. So then you can start to stack some of these objects together. You can go in and go, I don't know if that's the color combo I want. So you can do something like that so it stands out a little bit more. And you just play with it until the color combos line up with what you're kind of looking for. All right, double tap, lurk away. Okay, just looking at everything in chat. Okay. Okay, so I just got word with the thing that I was hoping to get word about. So at in about an hour and 15 minutes, we are going to transition over to meet up with Action Pants Gaming. And we're going to go back to the Reliquary Citadel and do a base tour. He wants to do a base tour on his stream, so we are going to do that. Should be lots of fun. And so yeah, so 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern time, we're going to flip over and hang out with APG for a bit. Thank you, Super Soft Drink. I appreciate that. Trying to figure out what else we can do for this little stack, glitch stack that we're doing here. Oh, that's too large, and that's way too much. Okay. And that's one of the things about this. You just keep playing with it until you get the effect that you're hoping to achieve. And that is it actually going through the glass? Oh, I can't get the camera through there. Oh, it's just barely cutting through. That's pretty hilarious. Yeah, just cutting through. Not too bad. Oh, excuse me. Not too bad. Okay, what else can we put on this? That'll give it some more interest. Cover up that hex table in the middle. One of the things I forgot to do is put a snap point on top of the table. And that's super easy to do. Just find the center. And you draw out. Oh, but which way do I want it to? Yeah, let's do it this way. It's probably easiest to draw it out to this line right there. And now we've got a center spot that we can snap other objects onto. In fact, we could, let's see about doing this. Oh yeah, that's looking pretty cool. And now we can just see if I can find an object that'll fit right here, that's small, that'll kind of complement what we're going for already. Hey, Delta One, welcome in. How you doing? Didn't see you sneaking in. YouTube just reminded me of my moderator responsibilities. That's hilarious. Oh, nice quote drop there. Delta. Tried to put small wires on a cable to get small objects. No luck. No, you can't do that, unfortunately. It always resorts back to the normal size object. What I can do is so you can do stuff like this. This is just like a really easy, for instance, like say you've got that object. Let's put some different colors on it. Sure, let's do that. And then you can embiggen it. And then go up underneath. But first, I need to delete that so I have access. So let's get that object back. Okay, it's already the color we want. Now we can get that larger, just making it whatever arbitrary size comes to mind. And then you just kind of mess around with it till you feel like it's lined up where you want it to be, and drop it there. And then you come back around and you've got this larger object within that stack. And so you've got the ball right there in the center. That's actually not looking bad at all, to be honest. So you can do stuff like that. And then since I've got that there, I'll just play around with it. See, I kind of like the color of the plant itself. The ball isn't great, but I know I can change that a little bit. Let's go to Titanic Trophy. Shrink it down a bit. See if we can get it all up inside there. Shrink it down a lot. So it's casting a lot of blue light. I was hoping that the leaves would pick up more of the blue light than it is. So we might need to go with a stronger light. And so let's make it into, let's make this purple. And since we've already got the blue light in there, what we need is just the lantern. Out here you've got lots of red, but if you go back under again, we've got all of this purple suddenly. And now the leaves are picking up some of that. So it's picking up some of it on one direction, but not all the way. But that's cool because you want that extra sort of... I like having a lot of colors kind of blending in because it gives more depth to the overall object that you're creating. So let's copy this, put it back in place. So yeah, so now we've got that little seating area. Yeah, it turned out pretty cool actually. I dig it. Way different than I was expecting. But I do want to try, again, I do want to still try to snap something up here to see if we can bridge that sort of design across. All right, let's dig through. Most of this stuff is going to be kind of on the big side to attempt this with, but I wonder... if just pre-placing... what that looks like. Maybe. Not exactly what I was, what I had in mind, but I kind of like that sort of button look. Kind of ties the 3 points together in a certain way. See if we change the color a little bit to match closer. What else can we use? Oh, that's kind of cool. If we do this, let's say we go purple, and then we hop over here to the crystallized drone, select out the living fragment B, and then add that. It also added a lot of sound. So now we have this. But I still have not put an object where I wanted to put it. Okay, so I just want to see what this looks like. See if okay, definitely not. But what if we I'm gonna remove this for now. Stick that off to the side. And just gotta check something real quick. Okay, and all right. Yeah, YouTube's been acting really weird lately, and I just needed to check on something. It's still being weird. It's not accurately depicting how many people are watching right now. So I've got two devices looking at the same stream, and they both have very different numbers as to how many people are watching. It's a little bit annoying. And hey there, Sergeant Belson, welcome in. Thanks for dropping by today. Just playing around with this glitch stack. And deciding if I want to add other things to it or not. No, I want something that'll kind of sink down into it better, because that's not doing it for me. Alright, let's go back to the anemone. And we'll just free place a shrunken down version of it. If we can figure out some good colors to make it. There we go. That might be the way to go. Oh, that's... It's getting a little bit in there. I was hoping to sink something even farther in. And I don't know, just there's so many things with unusual hitboxes all in one spot that it's going to be difficult to find something that'll work, I think. Oh, this looks like it might be working. Oh, that's pretty cool, actually. I think this might be what we go with here. Oh, that's not sinking in as I'd hoped. Let's try this again. Sometimes you just gotta remove a wall. Oh, that's weird. And this is why you leave the wire points. Okay, this is not doing it. Why is that one working and why is that one not working? That's a big pain. Okay, that's actually not going to work. Let's see if I can get it at least. I think the plant is the weird hitbox. Because look at that. That is unfortunate. But now it's not at the right height. That's no fun when it does that. Found an object that would work and it's gonna pull that on me now. Not cool, man. So let's try another tack. Yeah, so far I'm not seeing any objects that I really want to put into that right now. So it might be something that we let sit and marinate for a while, come back to, and maybe I can decide something different to do with it. Like this would be kind of cool. Ooh. Oh, let's try that. All right. So what we want is a triangle piece. Small triangle. small concrete triangle specifically. Or small, wait, that's panel. Small concrete triangle. So place that there. Make sure the cache is cleared out. So we're going to copy that, store that in the cache. And we're going to copy that. Oh, there we go. We're going to do a little bit of adjacency glitch. It formed, but it's too small, I guess? It seems like it should be visible. Did I not get it right? Oh, it's a little too low, I think. Yeah, I need to go one up. Alright, so let's try that again. Oh, you can just barely see it. It looks cool though. So you can just barely see the shell of it coming around, but it's not fitting perfectly within or perfectly around the root ball of that plant. I would need to go down about a half a wall, maybe? And I don't know if that's going to be super easy to do. But I think for now we might leave that while I contemplate what else I could possibly put in that spot. But that still is kind of cool looking. It has just that sort of shadowy outline effect. Not bad overall, I would say. Root balls are the key. Beautiful sculpture dash. Thank you very much, Double Tap. Appreciate that. Zesty, throw me a life raft. Okay, so since this is here, I'll go ahead and put it back where I had it. Oh wow, the collision bubble of the of that pocket reality generator is keeping me from placing it how I placed it before, which is hilarious. So we'll do that for now, and that gives me, I don't have to replicate the angle and the pitch and all of that. I can, you know, if I decide to use it later, I already have it there. What else should we do here? I am not an advanced student of astrology. My mom was many, many years ago, but not I. All right, let's put these back. And this one, since we left our wire there, we just have to snap it back into place. So glad I left all those wires in. And then we can do the same thing to the other side over here. It's really funny when one side, everything just fits the way it's supposed to fit. Other side, mirror image of the first side. And it won't go. It won't connect in like it did on the other side. It works over here. Okay, I might have to do that, and then just walk the design over. Of course, now it's doing that. Come on. Let's pull that out, because it might be blocking. Oh, I know what it is. It was that. There we go. Grab one of those. And like this stuff, just like so many other things, when you've done it once, you can start to get that feel for, it's like, oh yeah, my muscles know how to do this even faster than I did before. And you just mess around with it until you got what you need. Just like before, we go to the golden hex table. It's just called the golden table. Gotta eyeball it. I think that's about right. Ooh, no, not quite. That was off. There we go, that's better. Just like before, find the center. Get that as straight up and down as possible. But like I said before, it doesn't have to be perfect because the objects that you're placing on all these snap points, they're going to cover for the fact that it's not perfectly straight. And you know, if it's really out, that's one thing. But just subtle, slight off, like doesn't really matter too much. There we go. I can just hop over here, grab an object. Okay, it's not wanting to snap. That was weird. Be right back taking cookies out of the oven. Ooh. I always caused the biorhythm machine to need a recalibration. The dawning of the age of asparagus. That's hilarious, Sergeant Belson. Ram tough. DT is such a kitchen tease. Yeah, on more than one occasion even. It's true. There we go. Oh, and I've got to put our snap point on the top there. There we go. Curly coral. Oh, but can't get that one. Can't reach it. Back to the living fragment. There's so many different ways that you can combine parts and colors that you really can do similar things but still have a wildly different result when it comes down to it. Alright, so we gotta delete that. And we're going to grab our bulb tree. Oops, I forgot to do this. So it doesn't always want to free place, so you got to copy it, hit the free placement enabled, and then back out. Then it remembers that, it keeps that idea in cache, and then you can just move the object over and then you can free place it wherever you want to place it. It's one of those weird idiosyncrasies about No Man's Sky. that you just get used to after a while. Trying to line this up as close to center as possible. Oh yeah, that's, well, not quite. Let's see, how do I have it on the other side? Okay. That's how we want to try to approach it on this side. Come in at that angle. And what do we have here? Okay. That's what we want. So we're going to go back over and grab the Titanic trophy, or the, yeah, Titanic trophy. Shrink it down some. And then we will, oh no, it didn't go all the way up. It did not go all the way up like it's, okay. I know what we did. I think we gotta delete that. Oh no, we gotta delete the one below it. Okay, put that one back. Snap placement enabled. Take that. All right. Now I'm glad I didn't delete this. Okay, that should be how we want it to go. There we go. Now we're talking. All right, now I should be able to delete that. Grab the trophy. Stick it up the old plant sphincter. Do the same thing with a sodium lamp. I got a dolphin, no way I lost. Flipper and I are gonna go get Thelma and Louise on someone. Nice. Now I want to watch The Day of the Dolphin again, but IMDb has no channel listing for it. Dash doesn't do anything half-assed, even his snapshots. Not really. Like sometimes I'll do a little something half-assed, but it's usually the start of something whole-assed that eventually follows later. Oh, there we are. There we go. Now we've got that going on. Oh, and then we've got the pocket reality generator to drop as well. And if you've joined recently and didn't hear earlier, in about a half an hour, a little bit over a half an hour, we're going to switch gears and join up with Action Pants Gaming. He's going to do a base tour of the Reliquary Citadel. So he wants to check out everything in there. And so that will be the last part of my stream. We're going to connect up together, do that, and then that's it. So stay tuned. I hope you can stick around for that. It should be lots of fun. Most of you have seen the Reliquary Citadel. I haven't done a whole lot of extra to it. I've been so busy with these projects in the 420 system that I haven't got around to it. Okay, so don't need that actually. So we're going to cache that. We're going to copy that. Needed to go up one level though. Okay, it's not wanting to go the level that I need it to. Oh, there it went. Alright, get back in there. Oh, that's always a bummer. You move over, it snaps right into place, and then but you move too far and it pops right back out. So I know it's possible for it to do it because it just did it. Nope, that's not it. Drop one right there and see if that'll make it easier to connect to. Okay, it should be doing just fine. Just want to reset all of that. There we go. Pocket reality generator. Okay, just copy that and I'll put that up there like that. Copy that, put that there. Grab the trophy, apply from beneath harshly. I do half-assed quarter, you name it. Bone fins might add texture. Huh. That's possible. All right, real quick, I am going to step away for just a moment. Just need to do a quick bio break. I shall return shortly. And I'm back. I'm still wondering about DT's astrology issue. Only Double Tap can answer that. All right, that's looking pretty cool. I am digging this. And so yeah, so we've got using that table. We did a tri-stack, a triple stack, and that fits in with the hexa stack and octo stack at this point. I was working on using another object. Like you can use the square for, square stack. One of the cubes. So you can just grab a cube and do the same thing with wire points. And if you can also, do a resize glitch on it to make it smaller, so you can. So the overall size of the stack is smaller to suit whatever needs or space constraints you might have. I've got mods going right now, so I can just resize these, but you can use the resizing glitch to help you do this. So yeah, you can just drop that, just same as everything else. You can just run your wires. And then you can do stuff like the cylinder, and you can just put as many different wire points on it as you want. You can just go to town, and you can just, if you could figure out a way to drop a measurement point as you go around, And you can see as it goes around, there's little different facets to the hitbox. So if you just find what you think might be the center of that, then you can just draw a bunch of wires up. And remember, going up or down, that changes the direction of some of the objects, the way some of the objects place. So when you're talking, oh, I don't have, let's see if we've got, yes, capillary shell. So you draw the wire one way, you get it flipped to one direction, other way, other direction. Same thing with the statues, of course, they're going to flip over, especially like the Atlas. So the Atlas is kind of the opposite. So the way that most people want that to face and then this to face are opposite from each other. So if you were going to put them together, you'd have to do some extra wire finagling to get them to sit right. And to show you what I mean, let's do a little demonstration of that real quick. Which way did I draw them? I can't remember. Okay, that was down, I think. So we can do something like this. Let me make sure I did that. Yes. So that I drew up, so the next one I need to draw down. So you can get close enough to it so that it doesn't try to connect. Okay, let's try that. That was the wrong one. Wait a second. Haha. I think I drew the wire wrong. Yep, I drew the wire the wrong way. Okay, let's try this again. Okay. Capillary shell got stuck in the cache. There we go. So you can do something like that. It's just a matter of messing around with the wires to get it right. To get both objects pointing in the direction that you want them to go. Hey, Atlas Galacticus. Welcome in. Sitting here babbling and not seeing people come in the door. Glad you could make it with us today. So yeah, you know, with like I was saying with the cylinder, you can put a whole bunch of wires all the way around it and make some really wild uh, glitch stacks. So we've got the multifaceted, we've got the octo stack, we've got the hexa stack, and the tri stack. Oh, and then the square stack. So it's really versatile, and you can do a lot of fun stuff with it. Don't need that anymore. What do you guys eat if you don't cook? Toast. Nice. Well, you might make the top 10 double tap. You just have to catch the stream every Tuesday. You can still kind of see the boundary seal up there emanating its little rainbows. The planet isn't super dark, so it doesn't show up here as well as it would on other planets. It still kind of looks pretty cool. What else? What else can we do? Need to put some kind of big centerpiece right here, I think. And then we'll recess in some seating areas over here. That's a nice little contained area for running a bunch of couches and stuff. Over here might be a good place for a bar. Over here, another seating area. Maybe like a big kitchen or something out of here, over here. Lots more seating areas. I think for this, once I can't do that because those are square pieces. I was going to cover them up like that, but then that impedes the walkway inside. That just gets everything in the way. Although, let's try a thing. Oh, hey. Someone subscribed. Thank you for subscribing, Wayne Vozda? Is that how you pronounce that? Vozda? Trying something. Do a little color glitch. Stone half ramp. Need something for it to attach to because it does not like trying to attach without something there. Trying to see if I can make a little walkway over the top. And that way I can have that, do those things. Okay, it is not wanting to cooperate. I'm going to try this tactic. Come on. Of course. I don't want to have to rip all of this stuff out, but this is not doing what I want it to do. Do the thing! Nope. Sometimes putting it down will kind of force the next layer to go up. Ooh, geothermal event detected. Check out the geothermal vents blowing through the ground. It's kind of a neat, it's not as like, whoa, impressive as the electrical storm, but it's still pretty cool. There we go. Finally. This is kind of difficult to get these to glitch into place. See if that helps. Sometimes removing a couple of objects is what is necessary to get this stuff to fit in here. Yeah, Streamlabs is fired. Like, I don't know what its deal is sometimes. It seems to not like two names sometimes, or weird combined character. I don't know exactly why it has an aneurysm, but it's kind of obnoxious that way. Might need to free place this, which is always easier said than done. Yeah, that is not going to cooperate. Okay, trying to account for everything. Might need to remove even more parts, which is kind of obnoxious. Streamlabs hates my name. Class action! Come on, man. Like I've removed so many. Oh, there it goes. Ah, there we go. This is always the hardest one. Because they don't like to overlap like this very well. But when you get it to overlap just right, oh, it is so satisfyingly clean. So close. Don't make me use Blender. I will if I have to. What if I hand place this? Oh, so close. There's just a thin line that you can see right there. Oh, that is so close to perfect. Okay. Okay, we gotta put all this back together again. Oh, no. Not that part. Okay. Oh, we want the newer wood timber pieces. Timber arch. Actually, we want this one. Do we want that one? Yeah, maybe that one. Nice. We can still walk through up in here just fine. And then we've got these covering up the points of those race initiators, so it doesn't look as awkward. And then we just, since that whole thing is elevated, we can just walk over the top, and then I just need to put some more stairs. Oh no. Okay, I'm gonna have to do away, unfortunately, I'm gonna have to do away with those. But what I can do is put that in its place. And then put the stairs right there. So copy some stairs and start this whole process over again. Hey, Eric Matheson, welcome in. Thank you for joining us today. I'm sure I missed a ton of other messages. Chow time later on. Oh, Miss Sergeant Belson. If you happen to be still hearing me, have a great night. Thank you for dropping by. Say hi to APG for me. Will do. I've been here for like an hour lurking. All right, Eric. Fair enough. I have been known to do that myself a time or 10. Slap that there for now. Come on, grab it. Ah, it's not grabbing. There we go, grab one of those. Same difference. Fit all through all these wires. All right, I'm gonna have to tear some of this back out. Careful not to get the wires. What was the name of that movie? Entrapment? With all the lasers. Now okay, Streamlabs is borked. Now I want to watch some Swedish Chef. You got that right? I scraped the greasy cabbage out of an egg roll and stuffed it with fried rice and char siu. It was glorious. Kind of feels like what I'm doing right now with these build objects. Scraping out the cabbage and refilling it. Okay, that went in well. Too much to ask for this other stuff, though. Oh, there we go. Come on. Yeah, it used to... Back in the day, you could make these stairs, when we first got these stairs, you could make them fit so nicely and they would just snap right into place. But they just don't stack on top of each other anymore like they used to, which is unfortunate. So now I gotta do stuff like this. And hope that I can line it up. Well enough to not really be noticed. Little finesse. I think that might be as close as we can get it. Got that really thin line again. It's pretty close though. Most people aren't going to pay attention to that. And there we go. Made our little Passover walkway. We can grab that again. Oh wait. Need to put these here first. Like so. And we'll grab this. Just like that. I suppose I could have to put something here. Grab that light. We'll see how this works. That looks better already. There's a little part that sticks out on the side, I think. It's not too bad. I can probably disguise that with something. That shouldn't be too difficult to disguise. But this whole thing works, and I'm happy with that. Little timber roof gable. Make that look a little bit more visually appealing. That looks pretty cool, and I can drop something up there. Let's put a blobby up there. Dang it, blobby. That one's going to blend in too much. I think that might be better. Oh, too big. Ah, it looks like he's screaming because his head merged in with the building. There we go. Now he just screams. Oh, and here's another thing we could do. Let's... Oh, it's about time to join up with APG. So let's do that. Hop into APG's Discord.
No man's sky. You never know what you're getting.
Hey, hey, how's it going?
Is that Dashboard Devil?
It is. We
Welcome.
are live.
So, I went earlier to this base.
Uh-huh.
And I took a photo so I could make a little start page there, whatever they call those things.
A little thumbnail, I see it.
Thumbnail, yeah, thank you. I knew the term, I just couldn't remember it at the moment.
I do that all the time.
And then I went to go start the stream, and I went there, and yeah, it wasn't there.
It wasn't there. All right, let's see if we can.
The shattered one was.
Oh, strange.
So I'm gonna try activating the portal again.
Okay, I'm going to head over there right now, and maybe we can join in on my game since we are friends.
I'm gonna just try to grab the glyphs again here. You don't mind them being shown on screen?
I do not mind at all.
Okay. In that case, we've got the bud, the eclipse, the face, the bug, Triforce, the dragonfly, the tree or human, depending, rocket ship, the crunchwrap, the galaxy swirl, the eclipse again, and the TP. Alright, let's see what happens now that we put the glyphs in again. You know, we went back through.
Yeah.
Saved on the other side after leaving the portal. Quit out of the game. We'll see.
All right, let's give it a shot. And if that doesn't work, you can always just see if you can join onto my game.
Exactly. We'll figure it out. I'm not too worried about it. That's what makes No Man's Sky so fun. All this extra stuff.
Right? It's engaging.
Hey, Levi Rivers. Welcome. And we did tour Levi Rivers base last time, and tonight we are here with Dashboard Devil doing the Reliquary Citadel?
That is correct.
What is a reliquary? I know what it is, I think, but
it's if I remember correctly, it is the place where relics are stored, if I remember correctly.
Okay. Well, that would make sense, I guess.
But it's also one of the descriptors for a relic planet is a reliquary.
Okay, got it.
And
right, let's see if we see anything now. Because it ain't looking good.
No. So yeah, the planet type for this specific planet is called the Reliquary. And
let's see if we have better luck here.
People watching my stream currently, I dropped APG's YouTube in the chat and hop over there and give a like, hit a subscribe, and you'll be subscribing to one of the best builders in No Man's Sky, hands down.
Please, please. I'm just a wacko. Oh, wait. Ah! It finally, it rendered in.
Oh, right
computer
on.
shut up.
Sweet.
Nice. All right. Little patience. You all know I got a little bit.
We are not in the same instance. Let me see if it registers you close to, in the network. Oh, that's right. My multiplayer's disabled. I should enable that.
Yeah, I had to turn mine on. That's what did it. Because you got to be careful of these.
There we go.
Speakers.
We are currently in the same instance.
There we go. See, we know the tricks. Granted, they'll change next update, but you know.
Of course, like they do.
Alright, where are we going? Right down to that landing pad. Alright, let's take a look at this thing with the camera. Hopefully we got a moving camera. I mean, there's moving camera in multiplayer, there's moving camera in VR.
Yep. Yeah, I have yet to do VR. I've got a VR headset. I just have not hooked it up to my computer.
Alright, I had the PlayStation VR version 1 though.
Oh, yeah.
And I couldn't do it for very long. The screen door effect and everything, I just felt like I would get pukey.
Oh,
Damien
yeah.
Fishpool, welcome. 1 new subscriber. Thank you so much. Much appreciated. Hold on. Wanted to say hi to Damien.
For sure.
Thought. Oh yeah, made me sick. But I heard the new versions are better. Or like I have a PC, so I could do, you know, another type of VR that might be better than the PlayStation. But I hear the PlayStation one's one of the best.
Oh,
The new one.
nice. That's awesome. Yeah,
Right.
just go for it and I'll follow you around.
This needs to be fixed.
Uh-oh,
Please
what's it
fix
doing?
this. Not you. The flashing on the stone.
Oh,
section,
yeah, yeah. That is kind
that
of
drives me
obnoxious.
bananas. Bananas. Without my pajamas. Alright. Damn you, controller. I hate you. Doing this crazy stuff.
Hey, welcome
Alright,
in,
hold on.
Learned Hand.
Learned, what's up? Alright, so first I always do the camera shot. Kind of what I do. Look at the overall, go.
Bananas
Yeah.
are for eating.
Actually, the funny thing is I hate bananas.
That's pretty funny,
Can't freaking
actually.
stand them. I can't freaking stand them. Raisins is right up there as well. This is really cool. I like this little vibe here. This feels like it needs something.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that little structure out there off by itself. I haven't decided what to do with it yet.
No, these two circular things.
Oh,
I want to say like they should be landing pads or fountains or gardens.
yeah.
I don't know. Like display thing, like yeah, the dinosaur bit.
Yeah, that's still part of
I like
a...
what you did here. What is this? What is this material? Oh, that's the top of the glass too. I think. No,
That's
it's a moon pool.
moon pools, yeah.
It's a moon pool. Moon pool. All right. Yeah, I like that. It's kind of interesting. All right, stealing that.
Yeah, I had to work to get it to submerge into the ground at the level that I wanted it, where you could still
Yeah.
walk across it and it would be fine. And I feel like I'm still kind of, work in progressing that idea.
Well, I'm already in my head with it, by the way.
Great. I would love
What
to
I
see
do.
what you could do with it.
Yeah, you shrink down a landing pad, bring it down. You could bring that down, but
It's a
then I
little
wonder if, like, that
close to the building
little what?
It's a little
Yeah, a
close
little
to the
close.
building for like some of the
Yeah,
especially
for a landing
haulers.
And I would go wider with the moon pool.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
You know, scale it out, maybe. And then what you could do actually is you'd build a small circle first, and then take your center floor panel, if you make your circles with floor panels like I do, swap
Yeah.
out that floor panel with a block, bring that block down, and then,
Right on.
you know what I mean?
Yeah,
You could then
yeah,
level
yeah.
out your moon pool to where you want it by doing either the short wall micro adjustment trick,
Yeah.
or something like that, where if you were to scale up your moon pool, yeah, it'd be a pain to try and figure it out at first. You're going to be digging a hole.
Yeah. I had to do a little bit of that to get these
Oh,
to
you don't have Dash's audio on mine. Okay, hold on, give me one moment. My apologies, folks. Thank you for saying that. Let me see if we can't fix that.
Uh-oh.
Oh, there we go. I got you now.
Cool.
All right, we got Dashboard Devil in here. We've been having a great conversation that none of you were privy to.
Stream Discord.
Gotta
Yay.
love it. No, I think that was my OBS actually.
Oh, yeah.
All right, let's get back into doing this again. Again, we have Dashboard Devil here. We have Reliquary Citadel. And I had asked what a reliquary was, which he then explained was a place where relics were kept, but that's also the name of the planet, this type of planet. So, all right, let's get on with this. I am seeing a bunch of neat little things. I am liking, except for the freaking flashing thingies. You're killing me, Smalls. This is, yeah, see, with this most recent update, yeah, look at the texture on these now. Before it was like kind of in the mushroom. That's so much. Oh, I gotta start
Yeah.
plants again.
Yes, you do.
There's
Some of
so
them have
much more texture.
changed. Yeah.
But this isn't lit. Or is that just because it's light and I'm not seeing
So
anything?
there's a couple of sodium lamps behind those shroom caps.
Okay.
So if you go into camera mode and make it dark out, you can see some glow behind the shroom caps.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm digging the shape of this. It's unconventional but conventional.
Yeah,
If that makes sense.
it does.
I'm digging, yeah. The lighting here is good. Oh, you got some of the new palms up?
Yep.
I have no Quicksilver in my city save.
Oh no.
I'm gonna have to start. Yeah, I know, right? I'm gonna have to start playing again. I like what you did here with the fire. Fireplace is good.
Yeah, there's a
Yep.
bunch of fireplaces all around.
Yeah, man, I wish I still had some of my old things that I used to do with the stones, but this is nice. Again, though, my fear is, when we get into Light No Fire, we're going to notice some similarities.
Oh, we are.
Yeah, the color palette here is very nice. Got
Thank
good
you.
contrast against the terrain, which makes it stand out. The dome up top could use some lighting. If I'm to be
Yeah, it has a little
critical.
bit, but it needs it. That was one of the last things I was working on. That's kind of where I left off, was the dome up top.
You know what you could
What?
do?
But you should
You,
look inside the dome.
oh no, yeah, I see one of the. You have a wonder in there.
Yeah.
Yeah, you could do a few more wonders, and then maybe a boundary seal in there. Have it warbly,
Oh, for sure.
like how you threw up the mushroom-headed dinosaur there.
Yeah, that was a fun addition. The fins weren't working for me at the time, so I kind of stopped there. Um, so I have yet to come back and finish that part of it. Also had to do a whole lot of shuffling around on my save files, and I cannot place any more parts right now until I move a base from this save file. So it's all convoluted mess.
Hold on, I got a nice picture here. And there's the glyphs if you want to visit.
Yes,
I will leave those up for a moment.
by all
This
means.
is in the Euclid Galaxy. I hope so, Damien. Gamma Wolf says, looking sick.
Thank you. Thank you,
Look at that.
Gamma Wolf.
This game has gotten so beautiful.
Yeah, for real.
It really has. I mean, are you a day one?
No, I came in, like, I got it for Christmas 2017. So, like, a year and a few months late.
Right. Well, you're still kind of in the golf course terrain era.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
you were, yeah. They were just
When we could
starting
only have one predetermined base in a circle, and you could not build outside of that dome.
All right, let's take the walk. Is there a particular entrance?
Well,
Is
you
there a main
can.
entrance? Is there a side entrance?
There's sort of like multiple entrances,
All right.
so just
So it looks like
take
you
your
got this
pick.
cool dock, but are you gonna do anything here?
Which area is that? Let me.
The dock, it just comes out as a. You got the water. You can't place any more parts. You
Oh,
can only do 3,000.
yeah, I can't put anything. I'm at total base parts for this whole save right now until I
Yeah.
move a base. But yeah, so the dock, um, it's just really like a fishing dock more than like I couldn't put a ship down here or anything
Gotcha.
and
For
make it
landing
make
pad.
sense because it's just a pond.
Gotcha.
It doesn't connect onto the greater water areas. This was just such a fantastic flat spot that I could not pass it up.
Digging this throne.
Ah, yes, you're in the
Good
big
job
throne
there.
room.
Yep, liking that. Well done.
Thank you. Yeah, and you notice the little circle of signs.
Oh yeah.
I might have picked that up from you, just like slapping the sign down and just twisting it
Oh, this
around
one-
and
This one came out really good.
yeah, it's an odd number of them,
Yep.
and
Like this one.
it worked pretty well, and I just kind of free-handed it the whole way, and it was perfect on the first go.
Yeah, sometimes it's the best way.
Yeah, yeah, for real.
Whoa. Alright. Yep, digging the fireplaces. This one's really neat. Like that a lot. I haven't even messed with these parts yet. But hey, I will have time now.
Oh yeah, and there's the other, across from the throne is another fireplace.
Digging this. Got your little
And the overall structure is a bit
kitchen.
more free form. Ah, you've made it to the kitchen
Really
now.
well done. Very cool.
I love the way the tables came out. That's
Yeah, the tables are great. The benches, the tables, these are really well done.
yeah.
Like, really good. Freaking flashing, man. It's so distracting.
It is.
Yeah, this is well done. Very thought out. Nice with the bottles. That must have been a pain in the arse.
A little bit, a little bit. The real pain.
Your lightsaber knife for.
Yeah, yeah, a little laser knife. The real pain was this walk with all of the green, with all of the plants in it. I ended up having to go into Blender and adjusting the positions of those.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I couldn't snap them because they're not the normal size. Like the walk is oversized and the plants
Yeah.
are over or undersized.
It's weird how blurry this is.
Yeah,
If
it does that
is that blurry to you
sometimes.
as well?
It was for a minute. It finally cleared up for me, but it's often the blurriest thing in
Oh.
here.
I know why, because we're in that mode where I'm seeing your wires.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah, really, really well done. Great color. You know, it feels appropriate, functional.
Yeah, function was a big thing.
I love that. Oh, that's really cool. That's really a good use for those. I just used those today to hang
Yeah,
this stuff, but I'm digging on that grill there.
yeah, it
We'll have to steal that too at some point.
absolutely. I was racking my brain trying to figure it out, and I was like, oh, what if I did this and the light is actually buried in the wall?
Yeah, that's what I was hoping for when I was hanging the bones for that little stall
Oh, right on, yeah.
in my city this morning. Oh yeah, you were not there this morning, but
I was not there.
this is nice. I like that usage. I have that same arch set up in my city.
Oh, yeah.
One of the originals, actually, the eye shape, that kind of
Oh,
you
awesome.
know. All right, that's
But
the kitchen.
check out the doors right underneath the eye. That's one of my favorite parts, actually.
Yeah, what? How is that?
So it's the
Oh, wait a minute. Wait, let me figure it out. Yeah,
okay,
that's the little bench thing as a handle, which is really
yeah,
great.
yeah.
And then this is... What the hell is that? I don't know what the material is. What is that?
The door is a sloping stone roof gable,
Uh-huh.
and it's just
Interesting.
free placed into the wall.
Interesting. That's really well done.
And then I slapped the benches on for the handles.
Okay, now I see. All right, now I see it. Wait a minute, maybe I don't. Did you shrink them down?
I think they're the actual
Size-wise?
size.
Okay.
Yeah, they're the actual
Oh, those
size.
things. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay. I forgot about that piece, but yes.
Yeah.
Yep. That's really good. Well done on that. I
Thank
will give
you.
you propage.
Yeah,
I like the large serving platters here. All right. Let's get to the next area here. Looks like the dining area.
yep.
Just left the kitchen. We're gonna come in and get served here. I love that. Great. Oh, this is great. The banquet area. Ah, the king. I guess the queen would be right next. So, however it works there. Whatever the royalty goes in this particular thing. Because this looks like it'd be like the head of the table, you know.
Yeah.
Yep, excellent.
And
Love
then
the
yet another
symmetry.
fireplace. I had fun with food this time.
Yeah, this one, yeah, definitely. This looks like a face. Fires in the mouth.
Yeah. That just happened to work out like that. I was like, oh man, it's kind of like a giant frog or something.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it almost looks like a frog. And here on the left, you got like the hand coming up.
Yeah. Yeah, I must have done this over 6 or so streams, and then did a whole
Gotcha.
bunch off stream as well.
How'd you place the ceiling in? What do you use for? What do
So
you do for setup? Is it wires or block?
there's a whole ass
Or
story with that. I ended up making 2 full versions of this in different areas back behind the citadel itself. And I made 3 rooftops and then 2 different wall structures, trying to find the right pattern using like the glitch of circles, using the small floor tiles.
yeah.
And then I finally got the different pieces that I wanted. Like I chose one of the rooftops and then one of the wall setups, and then moved everything around in Blender. Put
Oh,
it
Blender.
put
Okay.
it all together in Blender, but I built it in game and then shuffled everything around in Blender.
Gotcha. Okay. So if I were to do this, I'd want to punch myself in the face repeatedly.
Yeah.
Okay, got it.
All of the compound bulbs are hand placed. If you want to talk about a nightmare, because
Well, Learned,
they're all shrunken down.
I've already way on that. And I've been hinting lately, but like the ceiling
So then
got level.
once again in Blender, I duplicated that other room and then dropped it over here.
Okay.
So the walls, the ceiling, and the fireplace are all, and the floor are all duplicates of the other room. And assembling these skeletons has been really fun,
Yeah, it is really neat.
especially creating just some like really wacky, weird things. Like if you look at the one that you're looking at, or the one that I'm looking at currently.
One with the kind of human head.
Yeah, the human skull one.
Yeah.
And if you look, it's got
It's got like 6 legs.
six human legs.
That's great.
So it's like a human centipede,
But not like the
but
movie.
not like the movie. Not like the movie. I thought about glitching some skulls in the middle, but I thought it would be a little too on the nose.
And for those who don't know what we're talking about, don't worry.
Don't
You're not missing it.
don't look that up. Don't. If you don't know what it is, don't look it up.
Thankfully, I was warned ahead of time, and I have seen I have seen a few clips here and there.
Yeah, I've seen maybe one or two clips, and that was far more than I
That was
really
more than
needed
enough
to.
to make yeah. No, thank you.
Yeah.
You're fine.
Exactly.
Yeah, very well done. Really neat ideas. I like the little details. We haven't been up to the second floor yet. So
Yeah,
let's
we
do that.
have not. So before you go up the second floor, take a look at the wall going up.
Where shoot at it. Laser shoot.
Let me get my laser out. The merge on these two pieces.
Oh, I did. Oh, I was. Oh, those two. Ooh, that is nice.
So you got the big rectangle window merged with the ramp
Yep.
piece.
Yep.
And it gives a nice clean and supported look.
Yep. I dig it.
It was rough putting all of this together because I do that going all the way up to the roof. So I had to snap point everything in. And I had to do it in such a very specific order.
Oh yeah. Oh, I know.
Going all the way up.
Oh yeah.
So there's not much on this level. I ran into my save file issue, so I haven't been able
Right
to come back.
Gotcha.
But there is stuff up to the next level. Oh wait, actually, follow me back down. I forgot about this side over here. And there's a little rooftop thing above the kitchen. Really simple, but it's kind of,
Yeah, but great colors.
yeah.
Yeah, this is great. Yeah,
Uh,
it's just yeah. These things now look neat. They're not just like
Yeah,
smooth, I guess would be the way to put it.
right.
They actually now look like they have some depth and texture.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah, parts I need to start getting into. This is one of the reasons I love doing base tours,
Yeah,
is because one, you see what other people do. Two, um, you know, it reminds you of parts that you may have forgotten about because you're seeing them in a new light.
absolutely. That happens to me frequently. So yeah, and then there's this walkway up here. That's just sort of, I can look over the edge down at everything now. And then now we can go up to the next level. It's kind of a tricky way to get around.
Believe me.
I'm just glad all the wonders are showing up because you can actually see this in this
Yeah.
room right now.
Oh. Another fireplace.
Oh, you're up top.
Oh, was I supposed to? Not
Yeah, there's
do that?
another
Another level.
there's another in between level that's kind of like a squirrely secret entrance. But
Okay,
since you
here we
but
go.
oh, did you find it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, the bedroom. All right.
Yeah, the bedroom. Yeah,
We gotta
that
make sure we
where you
just
just
ship.
Yeah, the part where you just went into, that is going to be a bathroom.
Okay. Stone toilets.
Yeah, stone toilets.
I mean, you have Blender. You could essentially probably shrink that round thing down enough.
Yeah, I could. Yeah, I did tweak this table in Blender a little bit. It was right. I just needed to tweak the box in the middle.
See, you got a good idea here. See, I love this sort of thing. That's a great coffee table, by the way.
Thank you.
But using just, and we've talked about this for years, but this is a great example of it. Using just part of a part to accentuate something. In
Yeah.
this instance, it looks like one of the servers, maybe, or something like
I
that in
think
there.
it is a server, yeah.
Yeah. To change the texture, the color, the way it looks, just by using a section of it
Yeah.
is a good example. Well
And
done there.
like I was trying to figure out a thing to fit in that little window of that slab. And then I was like, oh yeah,
Yep.
that server is perfect because it
Yep.
almost,
The shape is similar.
yeah, yeah, it fits in there so nicely.
Yep. I'll have to steal that bit there too. The only difference, I'd probably use the blue or red one thingy majiggy.
Oh
Try to
yeah.
raise it up just enough to give a glow, like a gap between the
Oh
stone
yeah,
and
yeah, yeah,
the
yeah.
top. Like a little table light.
That'd be slick.
There you
That
go.
would be
Like that.
slick.
Love the stone sofa. Doesn't look very comfortable. We'll try it. Wouldn't want to crash out on that. With a stiff neck,
Nope, nope.
but it works.
Yeah, that I did mostly on stream. That was a fun one to put together.
Yeah, I think now that my city's done, I'm gonna have to install mods again and have a mod stream again.
Yeah, I love my mods so much.
Yep, well done. All right, now upstairs, yes?
Yeah, now we'll hit the rooftop. Squeeze in between the little pillars,
Good thing I don't eat a lot in this game.
right?
Not my normal color palette during the day, but it works here
Yeah,
and for this. And they've toned it down as well.
it's
Like,
true.
since it used to be a very, very stark contrast, like the ground is this color and the contrasting color is the sky. You're like, whoa.
Yeah, yeah,
But they seem to have kind of mellowed it out.
right. They
They're
definitely
now,
have the balance a little better.
yeah, because I've landed on planets where normally I'm like, oh, I would never, want to think about building there, and now I'm like, this is actually kind of neat. It provides a better atmosphere, vibe. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for real.
Hello Games. We need to Zendesk that.
Yeah, we should. So like back here, there's another little spot to check out.
Where are you? Back here, where?
Oh, behind the dome from the... Yeah, there you are. So we've got that small dome that you're standing on.
You're floating in the air right now.
Yeah, I'm in camera mode.
Oh, okay.
So you're standing on the small dome,
Yeah. Where
and
am I going?
See, on the other side of the wheel from where you're standing is another dome locked in together, and it creates this sort of pill shape. So if you're looking down on it up where I am floating in the air. You can see the two
Yeah, okay, I
domes
see it. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
together.
Yeah, I did that on one of my R&Ds when we got this. I have a fire in it, like a
Oh,
standing
right
fire
on.
thing.
Yeah, I've got two sphere generators going the two different directions. One's on the other
Yeah.
side of the wheel, and the other.
They make good light, but you can't change the color. It's some of
I
the only light
know.
that gets out, you know.
Yeah, it's
I know there's a
unfortunate.
term for it. Yeah. Well, I gotta say, very well done. Great, great build. Nighttime, I would say, is much like what I do. Everything looks better at night.
Yeah, yeah,
Um,
for sure.
but yep, there you go, folks. That is the Reliquary Citadel.
Yeah, I appreciate you wanting to check it out, and this was a lot of fun.
Very well done. Uh, thank you for posting this as for people to see and so we could tour it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
really, really well done.
you can flash the chords up again, and I will do the same.
I'm doing
So
that right now.
anyone can come out here and build. It's in the no man's high regions of space. Not there's only, I think only a couple of bases here, so yeah, feel free to come on by, drop a base down, and just have a good time. I would love to visit more bases out here especially of the relic nature.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to do a relic build. Oh, how?
Yeah, like when you start getting into
It's
it,
just
it's so much fun.
so. Yeah, it's so asymmetrical though.
It is a little bit of a nightmare that way, especially when you snap the same piece in two different directions. It doesn't have
Yeah,
a proper
yeah.
center point.
It kills me. I mean, this is definitely a different way of building, that's for sure,
Yeah,
with these parts. And there's no snapping either. They don't snap to anything.
yeah,
Even though it just says, snap or free place,
does
it does
not
not
do it.
do one of them.
Yeah, so like
um,
the archway that forms the large center building, those ended up having to be free placed because snapping them wouldn't work right. That
it's
was
so
not
interesting.
fun.
All right, folks. Any questions from the chat?
Yeah.
Gambit says one thing to say as well.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Oh wow, love the ceiling. I can see that comment. If
Get
those
those clips back
totems
up there.
if those totems could be dyed black, they would be perfect for aliens themed base. Yeah, that's the other thing. Like these relic pieces, when you find them on
Uh,
planets, they're different colors and they have cool vines on them, but we can't colorize them to
yeah, yeah,
like come on, man. What are you doing?
yeah.
But yeah.
I've been. I've had an alien themed build in mind for about 2 years
Ah,
now, and I've attempted a few things here and there, but up until recently, and I think I'm gonna have to do some more exploring. I haven't found the environment, that I want.
Yeah.
and also trying to do something in a biomechanical Giger-esque sort of way,
Right.
or Geiger, depending on how you say it. Um, Up until now, it's been difficult, but I think I might be able to do something.
Yeah.
Hey, Jim Man Beard, no worries. You were coming in right at the end, though. We did do the tour. The glyphs are up. This is in Euclid. Highly recommend to come see it. It's very cool. Um, a lot of work went into here. There was a bit of Blender action.
A little bit.
Uh, so, you know, if you were to attempt something like this, something, some things are a lot harder.
Yeah. Yeah. Like, so I was able to build the rooftop of those two side buildings. The rooftop was all just glitch built, and so was the floor, or the walls of it. Um, it was just a wild ride to get there, and then I just put them both together in Blender. So it's not like at an easy level that I could say, hey, it's this many blocks up, and then you glitch it this way. It was a very convoluted mess that I put together.
Because the other problem with these pieces too is a portion of it goes underground very easily.
Yeah,
I noticed that as well.
yeah, that is a whole thing to consider.
And that will change your heights and, other things like that. And how tall your roof will be, because if you wanted to go higher with it, say, um, you'd have to bring your scaffold up higher in order for it to allow for that length to, show above ground.
Absolutely. Yeah, like my first hand placing of the walls was like everything was much higher. It was a taller room, and but hand placing them didn't really connect with me right. It didn't look right, so that I just had to go back to the drawing board and keep messing with different iterations of it, and made a
Yep.
huge mess of this field out here. And I was like, what's the best way to fix this? Okay, I'll just put it in Blender and take this piece and shove them together, stick it close to the building, and that's what I did. But it was a fun one to put together, and I do look forward to solving my conundrum and getting back to finishing this once and for all.
So you're not at 3,000 then.
No, I'm not at 3,000 for this base. I'm
Okay.
just at my limit for the whole save file.
Oh, so you got to go through and cull.
Yeah, I've got a cull, and there's one base that I need to move, but I need to move it to a proper home. World screwed up the building, or World screwed up the planet, and it
All
no
right.
longer really fits at all.
I've had
And
that happen.
there's storms now, and it before it just had the gravity storms, but now it's got superheated rainstorms, and that's a real bummer.
Well, where are you?
Oh,
To do the. Oh,
I'm
you
back.
also are rocking that ship.
Yeah, yeah. So that ship, it holds all of my bones.
You see mine? It's a little different than yours.
This
The
one
Iron Chicken.
is.
Oh, wait a minute. I'm not using that in his save. Never mind.
Oh,
Never mind. That's my other save.
yeah. This is
That's my
this
other
is
save.
raw Iron Vulture. This is right off the save, like right off of the reward. This is how it comes.
Yeah, that's really good.
But yeah,
Or wait a minute. Maybe mine does look like this.
I call it Iron Vulture Bone Bank, and it has all of the bones. That's the only thing it has in the cargo.
I think mine's the Iron Vulture that I'm going to rename the Iron Chicken.
Nice, I dig it. I like that name.
The Iron Chicken. All right, let's say thank you to Dash right over here. Where's your character? I'm coming around to you.
And there you are. I see
are.
you.
Let me grab a photo here. All right, I got to get a little closer. Looks like we're like. There we go.
Yeah, that's the ticket.
All right.
It's been a fun time.
Thank you so much.
Enjoyed hanging
Had
out
a
with
good
you.
time. Again, everybody, there's the glyphs down in the corner. We've showed them a couple times this evening, so they are in there. I want to thank everybody who showed up for this.
Yeah, absolutely. And thanks for liking and subscribing. I got a new subscriber earlier. That's also always awesome.
Excellent. Let's see if we can't get. Hold on, I gotta. Hopefully this is in. I'll do the same thing here. There it is, and I just dropped a link to your channel right here.
Awesome, thank you, appreciate it.
So yeah, folks, come and check this out. It's worth the walkthrough. Excuse me.
Yeah, so
What I was going to say something.
Go for it.
Yes, much like visiting any base, when you see it on screen, it is one thing. But when you're actually walking around in it and getting that perspective, it gives you a whole different feeling for it.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I really recommend, if you see a base in a video that you like, try to get there and visit it, because it's a very different thing. All right, you were going to say?
Oh, I was just going to say, we'll pull out some other bases for you to visit, once you get a few other people through. If next time you're looking for more, I've got other bases to toss in there, and we can do some more fun stuff.
Well, just throw them in on the Discord.
Awesome, will do.
I'm just gonna kind of randomly be doing stuff. The first few I'm trying to do in order. I think next time we're gonna have Raven.
Oh, sweet.
And one of her bases. And then I think after that is, I'm trying to think who we have after that. I know we're gonna have one by American Psycho at some point.
Oh, right on.
I think one of the Gammas is on the list.
Cool.
I'm gonna have to go through. E.R. Burroughs.
Oh,
we're gonna
sweet.
hopefully do one by E.R. Burroughs.
That's gonna be a treat.
And I think it'll be using these parts here, one of his builds with the new relic parts.
Right on.
So yeah, we've got a few to look forward to. These are done every other Tuesday until, well, Damien Fishbowl, drop it into the Discord area of, base tour, Tuesday tour requests, and I will add you to the list. 3 photos, galaxy and glyphs included, please. Yeah, this has been great.
Hell
Thank
yeah.
you so much.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
My pleasure.
All right, I will hop out of your Discord, and then I'll say goodbye to my group separately.
And goodbye to your group from me.
Yeah.
Thanks so much for letting me babble on about this build right here. Well done. bunch of really great things in there. I'm stealing a few of them.
Thank you so much. I can't wait to see what you do for real. Like
All right.
I want to see where you take things.
Oh, looks like you got a visitor right now, as a matter of fact.
Oh, right on. Cool, cool. All
Evil
right.
Man Beard. All right.
Oh, cool. All right. I will say goodbye to you. I'll hop out of your Discord and then I'll say goodbye to my people.
All righty.
All right. Catch you next time.
Definitely. Thank you.
All right. Let's get us back. Here we are. And yeah, I appreciate everyone coming to check out all the things. There's a lot to see here. I can't wait to finally finish this. I just need to move that base like I was talking about earlier. As soon as I move that, that's right at 2,800 parts, I think. And that'll free up off of this save file. And I missed quite a few comments earlier because just so focused on talking to APG and explaining everything. But yeah, I appreciate everyone coming out. We'll definitely do some more building on the next stream. And yeah, that's it for now. Next Tuesday I'll be back at it. There's always a tiny chance that between there I'll do a late night stream. Sometimes that's Thursdays. Sometimes that's super late Saturdays. It just depends. And yeah, I hope everybody has a great night or day, however it goes for you. And I will see you next time. And yeah, till next time. Bye.